My name is Walter Ramsey. I'm a senior safety from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been playing football since I was in 7th grade. I did 1 year of recreational ball, and then I played in 7th grade starting my school. I played soccer all the way through high school. I played basketball when I was a little bit younger. I chose to play football in college because I think as a team sport, it gives you something that you'll never be able to do once you get older, and I just really wanted to seize that opportunity. Something not a lot of people know about me. Well, I still have trouble with both of my legs, but my ankles, I guess. I broke both of them when I was in 8th grade playing football, returning a punt. I would describe my style of play as energetic. I like to try and play fast, and I like to try and cover a lot of space. So I would say energetic. I would have to say that my favorite thing about playing football here at WNL would be my teammates. We came in with like 30 kids, our freshman recruiting class, and those guys have remained some of my best friends at the school. I love the atmosphere playing here, but especially sharing it with those guys. If I could trade places with a teammate for the day, I don't know, I might trade with an offensive lineman, maybe Lee Cummings, one of my buddies. He plays center. My little brother plays center for my old high school team. I'd like to see what it's like. I've never played inside the tackle box. Off the field, I'm interested I like to play basketball. It's one of my hobbies. Of course, I like to hang out with my friends, and I'd like to try and go to medical school when I finish at Washington and Lee. If I could have one last meal, I'm not sure if it's the very best meal that I could choose, but it would probably be spaghetti from my mama, just because there would be a lot of comfort in knowing that's my last meal. I've eaten it about 1,000 times. Actually, when I was a kid, it was my dream to become a doctor, and I lost that for a while, but I guess I've become refocused on that, and the same reason is that I'd like to be able to do something where I could help people and work with my hands and see the effects as soon as possible. I mean, you see people walk out on their end. In the game of football, I've always really admired Ed Reed and tried to emulate him just because he's such a dynamic player. He's always been a hero of mine. But growing up in Georgia and hearing from my mom all the time about him, I've always loved Herschel Walker for his work ethic and just for his attitude as a team player and a very hard worker. My favorite road trip is probably to Center. We'll be going back there, but this year I've been looking forward to that one a lot because I remember a pretty painful loss there a couple years ago. But when we go a little bit further down south, it's easier for my family to make it to the games, and I'm really looking forward to going back to Center. If they made a movie about my life, they'd probably cast Matthew McConaughey. He's got curly blonde hair. The best thing about being a student athlete at WNL is that you're surrounded by people with similar experience that love their sport and are passionate and hard workers, but are also focused academically and encourage you to keep that balance. If I were on The Amazing Race, I would probably partner with my little brother. I think that I would partner with him because I know that we'd have a lot of fun, and you know, even if we didn't win, we'd have a lot of fun, but I like our chances too. If I were Coach Abel for a day, I don't know, I'd probably wake up really early and be kind of frustrated about dragging myself to the dining hall at 7 in the morning. But after that, you know, I think that he likes what he does a lot, and I think it would be pretty enjoyable coaching our offense. My favorite class that I've ever taken was this past spring term. I took a physics course that was just beyond anything that I had studied in years. It was like, it dealt with a lot of like universal theories in physics and just kind of far out stuff. I like to watch a lot of sports on TV. I also like to watch Game of Thrones. My friends and I watch that together all the time. My reasons, I guess, I like watching sports because that's something I do. It's something I spent my whole life doing. I like Game of Thrones because it has nothing to do with my life, and it kind of allows me to relax and imagine just an alternate, completely different world. My greatest piece of advice to anyone trying to play football in college, it would probably be just that regardless of how good you are, you need to stay humble because there's other people that are more talented than you, but also that your hard work can be your best asset through that.